What's going on, everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. This is going to be kind of a quick one, but I wanted to talk about the upcoming Aokzoe A2. Now, this was announced a while ago, but the Indiegogo should be launching very soon. It may be up at the time of this video going live. Personally, I do like the design. It's along the lines of the 1X Fly. It is a bit different. Now, Aokzoe and 1X Player are kind of sister companies, so you'll see a lot of design cues through both of their lines, but the Aokzoe A2 has a 7-inch bezel-free design. We've also got that Ryzen 7 7840U, up to 64 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, so it should be running at up to 7,500 megatransfers per second. From what we've seen so far, looks like we will get Hall-based analog sticks and Hall-based triggers. When it comes to the shoulder buttons, they'll be utilizing micro switches, which is totally fine. But I'd say the main thing here is that bezel-free 7-inch display. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be running at up to 120 Hz or not. That's something a lot of these manufacturers need to think about, but I'd say the main thing with these new handhelds coming to the market, we should be getting FreeSync. So FreeSync does make a world of difference. It's on the ROG Ally, and even running something that should be running at 60 at around 42 FPS still feels really smooth because there's no tearing at all with FreeSync. In my opinion, it makes for a much smoother experience. AMD has announced the refresh of the 7000 series APUs. They're 8000 series now, but we're not going to see any kind of jump in GPU performance or iGPU performance with those. So even if you still want to go with the 7840U, you're going to see the same kind of performance there that you would with the 8000, at least right now, because they're all using that Radeon 780M. You know, the higher end versions have the 12CU based on RDNA 3. Really, the only thing that's changed with that refresh is a better AI engine. So when it comes to gaming, we're not really worried about that right now. We're looking for more power efficient chips. The 7840U at 15 watts with the right power profiles actually works out really well. And with the Aokzoe A2, they're offering two different color variants. They've got the Skywing color and Evergreen. I actually like the Evergreen because it's much different than any other handheld on the market. But if you were to pick one up, which color would you choose? Let us know in the comments below. When it comes to performance, we know exactly how this thing is going to perform. Now, we're not exactly sure what kind of wattages we can go up to. I'd bet you, their boost mode would be 28 watts. And at 28 watts, we will see some awesome performance out of the 7840U. We've been seeing it for quite some time now with the other handhelds on the market. But there is one thing here that I actually love to see on these smaller handhelds, and that's a full-size USB port. Having that really does help out, especially if you're going to be using this in dock mode or desktop mode, whatever we want to call it. Looks like we're also going to get a 3.5mm audio jack up top and USB-C. It's probably USB 4.0. Don't quote me on that, but with the chipset they're using here, I don't see why they wouldn't use USB 4 here. But the main factor here is going to come down to the price, and until the Indiegogo launches, we're not exactly sure what this is going to be priced at. Of course, they'll probably have early bird specials, so if you're interested in this, I'd definitely jump on it really early to get the best discount that you can right now, or wait it out for a new chip from AMD or Intel that's going to outperform the 7840U. Right now, we're at this point with these handhelds where we know exactly what kind of performance we can see out of them with the 7840U or the Ryzen Z1 Extreme at lower or higher wattages. And of course, drivers will help out over time, but it's not going to be a giant jump in performance like we'd see from a new generation of an APU with a much better iGPU, let's say something based on RDNA 4. So in the end, you really got to take all of this into consideration. Is this something you've been waiting for? A smaller handheld with a bezel-less design? I actually do like the way it looks. We've got some RGB around those analog sticks. Or are you just going to go ahead and wait it out? Let us know in the comments below, and let me know your thoughts on the Aokzoe A2. If you're interested in learning a little more about it, I will leave some links to their official website and Indiegogo down below. And of course, if I can get my hands on one once it's released, I will be doing some testing, so definitely keep an eye on the channel. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. And like always, thanks for watching.